Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Alright, so it is 2016. We're on a collision course for 2017. What that means is more awesome nerdy action movies. But what is really awesome for Power Rangers fans is Sabin or Sabin, however you say it, and Lionsgate is coming out with a Power Rangers movie next year. Now, we've all seen the first movie. It was, when I was a kid, I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, we were like, man, this is so great. And then looking back and watching it as an adult, we're like,
oh, the animation, it's so bad. It is so bad. It's
very, very tacky.
It's borderline bad, honestly. But everything else was really good. I loved the suits. I loved everything about that movie. The McDonald's toys that came with it. Like, just the marketing, everything.
It was huge.
Just fantastic. So here we are in 2016, and we get to see this teaser trailer for the 2017 Power Rangers movie. So let's go over it real quick. So we start off with the title screen. We see Power Rangers are going to go with that kind of that old theme, the normal Power Rangers logo. I dig that. Now, the trailer starts off with Jason near his garage with his dad, and of course there's a beat up truck there. You can see red, really cool. And a cop car pulls up. So here's what's interesting. We're trying to figure out, hey, did Jason do something wrong? Did he wreck this car and then parked it overnight, and then the cop car came up and then told his dad or something like that?
Something. I mean, he has obviously done something, because the very next cut is his dad dropping him off at Saturday school with all of the criminals and thieves and the bad kids.
When his leg was up on the dashboard, you could see that he had an ankle monitor on. So he's apparently in trouble. He's on house arrest of some kind. One thing I noticed, though, this didn't look like Angel Grove. It was very kind of dark and gloomy, almost like Washington.
Yeah, it was not California.
Yeah, blue filters. I just didn't feel sunny and bright like I did with the original Angel Grove and Monomo from Power Rangers. But whatever, it's not that big of a deal. It's not the TV series. We gotta keep telling ourselves that.
Now at this point we get to see the detention room, and we're introduced to a few of the characters. First off, we get to see Zach, and he's riding on the back of a train
like
or something.
A
caboose or something.
I don't know. He's like chilling something, just like whatever.
He
don't know.
looks like a troublemaker a little bit.
Yeah, he's like a rebel, I guess.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
Obviously they're gonna go for the hip hop thing, because that's kind of what
probably.
The original one was. So that's what they're going for, I guess. It's kind of a loner. They're kind of interpreting the old characters, but they're doing a little something different.
They're putting a little swing on it.
Obviously we don't know. We just know he's just like lifting himself up from a train.
Yeah, this is totally like open for questions. Like, we don't know for sure if that's exactly how it's going to be.
Up next, we get introduced to Billy. Now, Billy is like messing with pencils, and what's really cool is you can see like all the Power Ranger colors.
Yeah.
The pencils that he's actually taking apart. Now, I can't tell. Obviously, Billy's a nerd. We don't know.
I love Billy's OCD of making sure everything's perfectly lined up.
You can see OCD in there. You can see maybe he's an artist too. Maybe. I don't really know. Billy is kind of a
mysterious.
He is mysterious. He's very mysterious. So that's gonna be an interesting character to see what they do with him. Now, at this point, we get introduced to the bully, Ed Sheeran, I guess this time.
Looks just like Ed Sheeran.
So I don't know if this is like the Bulk or the Skull or something, or just a random bully. So this is what's interesting to me. They're all like degenerates. They're all in like Saturday school, and they're being made fun of.
They've all done something bad to be in Saturday school.
So that's very far from the canon of the TV series.
Yes.
So, kind of interesting. This is where we get introduced to Jason. Now, this bully, he's going to pick on Billy. We can see that. But Jason's like, man, get off him. Boom, poof. So he's the hero. Here we go. We're introduced to Jason.
We get to see his leadership.
Yeah, that's what his thing is. He's the leader. Now, we've seen that he has the ankle monitor on. Yeah. We see that he wrecked a truck. He's in trouble. What is his deal? That's the big thing that I'm wondering.
What did he do? How did he wreck the truck? Why is he in trouble? I want to know.
There's something behind that, because I highly doubt Jason is a troublemaker. He's a hero. He always has been. So I'll bet that truck was wrecked in a way that was heroic. He's just not telling people why.
I would assume so, yeah.
That's my assumption.
We'll find out.
And of course, Billy gives him this look like, whoa, who are you? You're talking to me?
I have a man crush on you now.
You like me? Because, Billy's probably the outcast, and just from looking at Jason, apparently Zac Efron's brother, it looks like. It actually looks more like Billy from the original series than he does Jason. You could see that he's like, wow, this guy's kind of a jock, and he's protecting me. Why are you protecting me?
Right. What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want from me? Don't take my colored pencils, please.
I will not do your homework. Now we get to meet my favorite Power Ranger, Trini. I love her, and the sad part is she seems to be kind of an outcast, because people are writing cruel things on her locker, like die, nobody cares. They even call her the B word.
Yeah, it's scraped in there. You can't really see it, but if you look close, you can see that it's scratched into her locker.
Cruel bullying, and it seems to be kind of a trend going on in this, a theme.
Yeah, this is an awful school.
Right.
Like, what is going on?
What's going on at this school? Where are the teachers?
Up next, my crush. This is my crush. This is my first, this is my first crush, I think, in my life.
Yeah.
That and a girl from Jurassic Park.
I think those are both a lot of kids' first crushes.
Kimberly, of course, in the TV series was like the perfect
high schooler.
Like a cheerleader. She was smart. She did everything
Beautiful.
to book, you know, she was great. Yeah, she's beautiful, but she seems to be an outcast too. I guess this is the theme now.
Yeah, she's done something to get in trouble because all the other girls are like, well, this is what you do on Saturday instead of coming to practice.
It's just mean girls. Now, number one, it is
Yes.
Saturday. It is Saturday, so everybody in school is probably going to be bad. I mean, that is, obviously, they're all bad
if you're
kids,
at
probably.
school on Saturday, you're either in trouble or you're an athlete.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
Or your grades are bad or something along those lines. But yeah, these girls are playing mean girls, you know, and Kimberly's like, oh, whatever, you know.
I know.
And then she just becomes a rebel all of a sudden.
I know, she's
and
like,
decides to cut her hair.
And
What I really like, though, the scissors were pink.
Yeah, that's true. They were.
I love so
There's lots
far
of
how they're
subtle
playing the
hints.
colors. You know, you had Kimberly with the pink shears, you have Trini with the yellow shirt, you got Billy with, I think, what do you have, a blue hat? You got Jason with the red, you know, some of the red on the shirt. So far they're playing to those colors, and I love that. I love how they just throw those subtle things in. Tacky, childish, but awesome.
I like how Zach is like dark and mysterious.
Yeah, Zach was wearing all black up on top of the train for whatever reason. Yeah. Now when I look at Kimberly, though, I think she actually does look like Amy Jo Johnson.
She does. I was thinking that too. They could pass for sisters or mother-daughter.
She has a strong resemblance to Amy Jo
does.
Johnson, so that's kind of an interesting. That's fun, I think.
She did a great job cutting her hair, by the way.
Yeah, for just
that
like,
is flawless.
all of a sudden she has a great haircut. Now, when she comes down the stairs to detention, Billy and Jason notice her like, okay.
They're like, whoa.
Yeah, Billy's like, what the heck, you know? He's kind of like the Donatello, or he's just like, nothing phases him. You know, he's always with April, and, you know, they don't ever have a real relationship, but, you know, they like each other the most, because he's the nerd, and she doesn't feel threatened or whatever.
She feels safe.
Yeah, she feels safe. And then you got
Friend
Jason.
zoned.
Jason's like, what up, girl? You know? You can already see it, which is that's another thing, because we got to get past that, because in the TV series they were just really good friends, and now we can already see what we're going to see later. They have like this relationship thing going on. Don't know how I feel about that, but we'll continue. Now, up next we get the border in 2017, and then now we get cut to this weird sort of nighttime under the bridge. This is what we notice in the Power Rangers, even when you watch the movie, the TV series. Very bright when it's like daytime,
yes,
and, you know,
in your face.
Yes, and then when we're talking about bad things going on, this is the movie specifically, very dark.
Now they go to this restricted area, and you can see this like glowing rock crystal
Yeah,
thing.
some weird illuminating rock thing came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
maybe we don't know yet why it's there. Something might have happened.
How they
who knows?
stumbled upon it,
Yeah.
we will have to wait and see.
It's very chronicle. I mean, this is very chronicle, and of course, the beginning of it was very Breakfast Club. A group of teens discover this thing that they get superpowers. You know, that's what this is. It's just a redo of it. At this point, they look inside this weird Crystal Rock Mountain thing, and they see the power coins. Now, these power coins are way different. They're not like what you saw in the TV series or the movie, where they're actual coins. These are like burnt cookies with like Jolly Ranchers inside of them. That's the only way I can like.
That's very
I'm okay with them. I mean,
descriptive.
they're okay. I get it. Like I can dig it. It does. It just looks like basically you burn a cookie and put a Jolly Rancher in the middle of it and just
smashed it and baked it.
In order to get these coins, they need to blow it up, and of course, the only guy to do that, the only man for this job, is Billy. So he hooks it up and it blows up, obviously, and they go flying and they grab their coins. And while they're looking at them, they're pretty amazed. They're like, "Whoa, what are these things?" They hear some cop car, and then they take off. The security, and they take off. Then we get the based on the worldwide phenomenon title screen. Then Spider-Man.
So true.
He looks in the mirror and you can see, hey, I got abs, man.
He's got like a 12-pack going on or something.
Those rock, man. That rock really worked. What is that? And of course, they're at the cafeteria talking to each other like, hey, man, did you wake up with abs? I woke up with abs. I don't know what's going on.
I'm super strong. Watch this.
I'm going to punch my... Okay, so here's what's interesting. It's a scene from Wolverine. We got Wolverine in here. We got Spider-Man.
We
He
got
looks
a
in the mirror.
hodgepodge.
All of a sudden, he decides to punch a sink.
Well, it looked
like
to
his
me,
dad's not going to care that he just knocked his sink out.
Well, it looked to me like he was getting sick, and then he grabbed the sink, and it went and just shattered when he
You think that's what it was? I thought it was just like, boom!
No, I think he was like leaning over the toilet, vomiting or something, and then he's like,
oh, maybe that's what it was. I was wondering, I was like, why'd you just punch your sink? That's not going to go well with your family.
Maybe he just walked in and was like, poop, I wanted to punch a sink today. And then it cuts to Billy with the bully headbutting him.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran was like, boom! And Billy was like, nah,
what's going
not
on?
happening.
And then Ed Sheeran goes, woo, down!
Then they're like putting their hands on their power coins and like pop is exploding.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck's going on here. This
Weird
is kind of a
stuff's
weird.
happening.
This is a weird scene. Like food starts to explode. They're so powerful. Food fights are happening.
They're sending the force. And then Kimberly makes the decision, we have to go back up the mountain.
Then they get up this cliff mountain, and then they're like, yo, I can jump this. I have, like, all these special powers, and now I can jump. So Jason jumps, and then Billy's like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
and then
Billy's like, I'm not doing this, guys.
Yeah, so then he jumps, and of course, it's a very tacky jump, almost like if you took us back to Power Rangers. You know, I was like that. like they'd have this weird scene where they'd like put the camera up in the sky and then like one of them would jump. It's
I was
really
just
awful
waiting for the superhero landing.
Then it cuts to them falling in water. Now this is kind of a weird scene. It's almost like it has some Stranger Things weird things to it, you know?
Yeah.
They get down in this water and then it almost like it flips. And then there's like no water underneath the water, like it's air. The camera pans down and you can see them under the water, but they're looking up at you and obviously breathing. So either there's air down there or they can now breathe, and that's a power too in the water. But then it cuts to them where you see this green sort of structure. Now this could be the compound, this could be Zordon's compound,
Right.
this could be... It's really hard to say right now. I would assume it's the Power Ranger compound.
Now this is a total guess. I'm thinking that they probably have to get to the compound this way so that the compound is hidden from everyone else.
Yeah, just dive in the water, it
Yeah.
becomes air. Nobody would do that.
No, nobody's gonna swim down that deep in the water.
Yeah, it could be like a quarry or something. I'm
Oh, it
not
could
really
be like a
sure what's
stone
going
quarry.
on. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. That's left up for interpretation. Now we get some weird scenes, some weird cut
Yeah.
scenes. We see this guy like kicking on top of the train wearing all black. Now I would assume this is Zach.
It has to be Zach. I mean,
Maybe-
he's in all black. He's on the train again.
Yeah, again. Now maybe he is the only one that actually does karate.
It
I mean,
could
do you get
be.
I mean, that's the weird thing. Like in the original show, they were karate experts. Maybe this is the guy that's like best at the karate or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. Or
Maybe
he's
he's the
dancing.
strongest one.
I don't know what's going
Oh,
on.
it could be.
Yeah, I
dancing.
just
It
don't
could
know
be
what's
hip-hop.
going on. I know they're trying to do like the hip hop thing. I just don't understand his character right now. He's never said a word.
Yeah, he only said. I think in the entire trailer at the very end, he says like maybe 2 words.
I don't think he says.
So-
Does he say anything?
I think he has one line.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Then we cut to somebody reaching out of a truck, and then the truck flipping. So I don't know if this is like a past, like if this is actually in the past, and this is maybe Jason's car getting wrecked.
Oh, maybe
I don't know what's
so.
going on here. Maybe it's not. I could be just talking out there, but I don't know what the scene is, and I'm not even going to guess because it's too difficult to.
Yeah.
Red alert! Red alert! What? Okay, so here we go. We got Valentine's Day colors now. We got red and pink, and they're kissing. What is going on here? Like, very uncanon here. Okay, so number one. If you're a Power Rangers fan, you know a Red Ranger and Pink Ranger are not dating. They are not kissing in those. I don't know if it's because Tommy was like, "No, sorry man, that's my girl. You're not taking her," But they were always friends. Now, you could always kind of tell, like, at least that's the way we always thought. Jason wants to date Kimberly,
Yeah.
but Tommy's like, nah. And even before Tommy
Nah.
came in the picture, they were just friends, really. And she didn't really want to deal with it. And you could always tell she was set up for something better.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's mean to say.
Something better.
Whatever. But they're kissing, so it's like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
Um,
This is the moment where Jason David Frank should come in like, poof,
Get
off
out of
my
here!
girl.
Yeah. Jason David Frank did say he might have like a small part in this movie. So how awesome would it be if he came up under the bed like, what are you doing to my girl, man? You better get off my girl. That would be hilarious, man. So I don't know what's going on here.
That'd be funny.
It's not the television series, so we gotta get over it. But Red Ranger and Pink Ranger as a couple, I guess this is Jason exacting his revenge from the 90s
Guess
TV
so.
series. Maybe Austin St. John should do that. He'd be like, yes! Like Tommy should come out
in
of
the
the bed.
background, just like, woo!
And Austin St. John should be in the closet like, yeah, that's my boy. That'd be funny.
We're so childish. And the main scene, the scene that made everybody go,
Woo!
oh my gosh, is when we get to see Rita, finally. And she's
Elizabeth Banks.
creepy
Yeah.
looking.
How about
Elizabeth
that?
Banks kills it when she has to play something super obnoxious. She did a great job with Effie Trinket, so
Who made that? Was that Lionsgate?
I think it was.
They love to put crazy outfits on her in Hunger Games. They're doing it again here. She doesn't look anything like Rita, and she's
Nothing
very
like
green,
Rita.
so this has led to a lot of people believing what's going on with her in the Green Ranger, because she does have a power coin in
She
her
does.
staff, so it looks to be the green power coin. So did she kill whoever the Green Ranger was and take the power coin? Is she able to give that green? It leaves so many questions up. So in the TV series, obviously, the Green Ranger is made to be evil from them.
Uh-huh.
And then they were able to make, Tommy, he was evil for a while in the TV series, and people were like, what's going on? He was way stronger than everybody else. Well, then eventually Zordon was able to change that, and then he was able to be good. Is that what's going to happen in here?
My thoughts are it's a possibility because in this scene she says, I've killed Rangers before. So,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, maybe...
Very creepy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe she killed the Green Ranger or something. I don't really know.
I just hope she's not going to be a this is something that's been thrown around the internet, that she's going to be a Green Ranger. I hope
If
not.
they do that, then I'm just going to flip this table.
That's just too
because
far away, I
that's-
think. That's
yeah.
too far away. Like, I get it that some of these shows like to do that. They like to change
Mm-hmm.
the sex of things and yada yada yada. Don't do it to this. Please don't do it to
Well,
the
you
Green
can't
Ranger.
take Rita and then make her a Power Ranger.
Yeah,
Because Rita is not a Power Ranger.
I'm hoping what's going to happen is, at the very end of the movie, she's going to try to get the Rangers by making a Power Ranger, just like in the TV series.
I hope so.
And at the end of that, maybe Jason David Frank will save that kid
Oh my
and turn
God,
it
I
good.
hope
Something like that. It'd be
so.
really cool because that does look to be the Green Ranger's power coin in his
It
staff.
does.
So,
It really does. One thing that I'm excited for is I can't wait to hear Elizabeth Banks laugh as Rita because I think
she's
that's,
mean, man. She
yeah.
picked her up and threw her into the wall
Yeah,
and
she's
everything.
like, God.
Yeah, she's
Poor
not.
Trini.
And you know, in the TV series, Rita never really interacted with the Power Rangers, especially not
she
like
was in her
that.
goons.
Yeah, this Rita is on street level fighting the Rangers, it seems.
Yeah.
And she's scary and wicked, and I like that. I like
I
that
do
a lot.
too.
And then finally, to end the trailer, we get to see them in the compound.
Woo!
And there's like this weird light thing going on in the center, and of course this is them transferring, I guess, their power, from those coins to actually being able to be Power Rangers. So Zordon must be somewhere, and I'm very excited Bryan
I
Cranston.
can't wait to see him.
I can't wait to hear Bryan Cranston's voice. I'm assuming they're going to shave his head like Walt.
Oh, yeah,
And
they
he'll be
probably
green.
will.
That'd be so awesome. We haven't seen Alpha 5 yet, so where's Alpha in this
Yeah,
thing? I can't wait to see Alpha.
I bet we'll find out what Alpha 5 looks like in the next trailer.
Yeah.
It'll be like a little subtle tease.
I really hope they don't go too crazy with him. I hope they don't make him like some internal robot or something. I really want to see him
Yeah.
just like this classically crazy robot. Like
or
Alpha
the
was.
exact transformation of what he was before. Just bring
I'd
that
take
over.
it.
Just
I
transfer
would take it. You know, Alpha was just so fun, and I really hope they
Yeah.
kind of keep that fun factor
think
with
so.
Alpha. So then here we go. We see this like power, and it's being transferred into the Rangers. They're becoming Power Rangers or Iron Man, if you want. It looks like Iron Man. I don't
It
know.
looks like an Iron Man costume.
Yeah, and then there it is. And before you can see the full-blown Red
only get, like,
Ranger
half.
outfit, it cuts, and that's it. That's the trailer,
Yes.
so it leaves you excited. Now, typically, we don't go very much farther than this. The teaser trailer is what we watch, maybe the first trailer, and then we stop. Because if there's something Hollywood's done bad, is
usually
all these
the
trailers
third
that give away
trailer.
so much stuff. I think Batman vs. Superman really, they suffered from this, because
They
they
did.
showed so much on that trailer. I think it really hurt their critics, their reviews,
I
because
agree.
everybody knew you literally could watch every trailer of Batman vs Superman and know exactly
All the
what was
key
going to happen.
points.
So I'm not going to let this happen to me this way.
Yeah.
So we'll probably stop after the first trailer. So let's talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. So the only way we're going to be able to separate this trailer to really talk about what we're excited for, what we're not so excited for, and what we're petrified for.
Right.
So the good, I think the number one good thing is I think I'm okay with the cast.
I'm definitely okay with the cast. I can see all of these different people playing the specific characters that they were chosen for.
Yeah, and I kind of like the idea of how they're really kind of playing to that high school
Yes.
feel. Everything else I'm okay with. I mean, the trailer was
Yeah.
fun. That's what I really liked. And we've seen a lot of things that I'm really excited about. The Zords. The Zords look
The Zords
amazing.
look so good. Like, I thought, man, the ones in the TV
Woo!
series and the movies,
I like the TV series ones.
they were a bit
They're
tacky,
fun.
though. I mean,
No,
looking
man.
as a child,
The character
yes.
design in those were absolutely fantastic, especially the bad guys. Oh my god, the pig. I love
Yeah,
the pig.
definitely.
But yeah, in the movie they were awful.
We were
like
like,
they were cool, but like the modeling. I mean, just animation wasn't there yet,
Yeah.
and it was bad. It looked bad, but
Yeah.
the concept art of these new Zords look fantastic, especially that T-Rex.
Yeah, they look like
Oh,
they're
man.
made of solid steel and like nothing will penetrate
Yes,
them.
so I'm really excited about those Zords, and they're gonna kill it now because they've got 3D animation down.
Right. I mean, just watching the animation of them putting on their suits, they
Yeah.
killed that, so I know that they're going to do a great job with the Zords.
The bad. So, I mean, there's a few bad things in here, I would say. Number one, I don't really like the Breakfast Club of Degenerates.
Yeah, I don't like the whole thought. I don't know, this could be borderline ugly for me because I don't like the thought of them being degenerates because
Yeah.
in this TV series and the movies, they were always good kids who never really did anything
Just
bad.
normal, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when I think of the Power Rangers, I do not think of the Breakfast Club. I do not think of some degenerates either.
No.
What I think is good old Bayside and Saved by the
Yes.
Bell. So when I think of Jason, I think of Zach Morris.
Yeah.
When I think of Slater, I think of the Black Ranger.
Yeah.
When I think of Billy, I think of Screech.
Yep, that's true.
When I think of Kimberly, I think of Kelly Kapowski.
Yep.
And when I think of Trini, I think it's sort of like a mix between Jessie and Lisa.
Yeah,
So like
definitely.
smart, cool, quiet, that kind of thing. That's what I picture. And they live their life in high school by their own personalities.
Right.
Zach's kind of the cool kid. Screech is the nerd, but he hangs out with the cool kid for some reason. The relationships you never understand, but that's how high school is. Jocks sometimes hang out with nerds. That's the dynamic of high school in some places, and that's what I prefer. I don't know if I like how everybody's like made fun of or
Yeah, I
something.
definitely don't like that. I mean, it's just very typical, outcast kid becomes superhero.
Yeah, nothing special there.
Yeah.
Now the ugly. What'd you find ugly in it?
Well, I'm not so excited about Rita's costume just because I loved her costume in the TV series.
Yeah, it was a classic.
It was
wasn't
very classic, and I'm not such a big fan of that, but I mean, we only saw it for just like a quick 5 seconds, so maybe when I get a better visual of it, I'll like it.
I think with her attitude is really where she's going to be able to sell that suit.
Yes.
You know, with Rita Repulsa, the original one, she looked very witchy.
She did.
Almost mystical.
Even her staff was
wizardy.
very witchy.
Yeah, that's what I always really liked about her. You know, you felt like this woman has magic. Where this Rita seems like she is
she
like
has magic,
reptilian,
obviously.
like
yes,
I don't know.
Very reptilian.
Just something a little different. Now I'm okay with it. I think Elizabeth Banks is a good actress.
Oh, she's a great actress, and she's going to knock this out of the ballpark.
But a scary Elizabeth
Costume
Banks.
design
That's
is
going to be
what's good
interesting.
to me. Yeah.
So going into the costume design, that's where the ugly starts for me. So the suits. I mean, number one, the suits from a design perspective, I'm not a huge fan of them. The only reason I say that is because I think there's just too much going on.
Yeah, they're very busy.
I understand what they're doing. I get it. They don't want to do the simplicity of like the old uniforms. It's a movie. They really want to come with it. Now, I thought that the original Power Rangers movie really was successful because they just turned it into leather and did some kind of crazy designs and sort of redid the helmet a little bit, but they still kept to that, you know, from the TV series, that canon from the TV series. So it was really successful, and I thought it was detailed enough to make it into a movie, and I thought it was great. Where this is much more Iron Man, almost like Venom, where you know he morphs into this weird sort of monster-looking thing. And I can dig it because at least they put the diamond on the chest and everything. I'm okay with that. But really where it fails for me is a helmet. I think those helmets are awful.
Yeah, they're kind of ugly. They just seem to be something that's not going to stick around for a long time, like the old helmets.
They don't have any staying power to me.
No.
Like when I look at the old helmets, like on my shirt, these, I mean, they're dinosaurs. That's their Zords. So they modeled their helmets after dinosaurs.
Right. I loved that.
Great. I mean, it was so great. Simple but great, and you could really see it, and they have lasting power, and people remade them.
Especially like Kimberly's helmet, I love that.
Yes, I mean, the pterodactyl wings wrapped around, like, just fantastic. Where these, they tried to keep that. You can see a little, like, let's just say Jason's helmet. You can see a little bit of the T-Rex, and I think Jason's helmet's the only one that's good. It's just the visors become very, I'm just going to say dumb. Like when you see some of these visors, they look like bugs. I mean, they don't, like, some of the helmets, you don't even think they could see through it. Like, that's specifically designed. There's no, like, you can't actually use that.
Right.
And, you know, I can dig, like, the weird rock material that it looks like. It's not paint. I can dig that, but, man, I feel sorry for anybody that, like, wants to make aftermarket helmets or anything like that. I don't like the helmets.
No,
I just
not at all.
I can't do it. You know, I just want to say this, okay? When I compare something that's like futuristic suit, I think of Iron Man. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of right now that has a super suit. It just forms around his body, but still very simple. You know, just the reds and the golds. There's nothing like crazy in there. And it really all works aesthetically because the helmet is so great on Iron Man and the chest piece.
Yeah,
and I would think the same thing with the Power Ranger. Chest piece, helmet. They failed. They failed to me. You know, you might think different, but to an original Power Rangers fan and a design fan for that matter, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. But you guys might think different. It might grow on me, but from seeing it just there, no. That's my good, bad, the ugly. There really wasn't much more than that for me. I thought it was good. I thought this excited me. That's all I cared about.
I'm very excited for this. I think it's going to be great. Probably won't watch any more trailers, so it's going to be a complete surprise for us when we go in, because I don't want to be know everything up front.
I don't either, and I'm just really hoping for just a little cameo of Jason David Frank.
I'm so excited for that, because I think that whatever they do with him, it's going to be like a Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be really good.
Doing to him. You know, and I know a lot of people just say, no, just leave him out. But, you know, for me, for an original Power Rangers fan, I mean, I literally grew up with Power Rangers. That was my life as a kid. It wasn't watching reruns. No, this is me strapped to the screen on Fox every day watching Power Rangers, wanting to be a Power Ranger so bad. As an original Power Rangers fan, I just want that connection. You know, as an adult, you know, movies aren't just for kids. They are for adults too. So when an adult brings their kid to the theater or whatever, they want that little bit of their childhood too. And that's kind of what I want. So I want to be all in on this Power Rangers movie. I want to be all in on Power Rangers again. The thing is, though, I need to know that this universe has some connection to my universe. That's kind of what I want from this.
Yeah, and I think that Jason David Frank is the bridge between those.
Yeah, we need a bridge. That's just the way I like it. I really love it. I love the bridge. I love the bridge.
Yeah.
I know some people hate it, but I like it. I want the bridge. I need the bridge. There was a lot of little Easter eggs in there that we didn't really go over, but there were a few things in there that were really exciting. I'm sure you guys can find another video on that or whatever. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Are you excited about it? If you're a Power Ranger fan when you're a kid, are you excited? That's the #1 question.
Right.
Or if you have not been introduced to Power Rangers and maybe never watched it at this point. You can't go back and watch it if you didn't watch it when you were a kid, because it's kind of...
Yeah, you're gonna be like, what
Yeah.
is the hype about this?
It doesn't really hold up that well, but is the movie in itself, does it look exciting to something that you would want to see? Maybe you're like, wow, that looks really cool. The trailer didn't show a lot of things that if you're not a Power Ranger fan, you're gonna get excited for, and I think the Zords are the biggest thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Once you see those Zords, you're gonna be like, whoa, I want to see this movie.
Yeah, I'm totally going to check it out.
Alright guys, so that was our opinion. What was yours? We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.